Someone says Billy did admire you. Well, I was there for him since 2011, and by the way, I did a video remembering Billy Graham, almost an hour podcast going over his career. And I forgot to say, although I knew him since 2011, the very first time I met Billy Graham was in 2006. WWE used me as an extra in Phoenix, Vegas, and Bakersfield 3 nights in a row. The Phoenix show was a pay-per-view, and Billy Graham was back there with Bill Anderson, and they just had me as an extra. I got paid to do nothing that day. They didn't need me for anything. I was just there in case they did. But I was a fan of Billy Graham, and his DVD and book had just come out shortly before this. I think he was put in the Hall of Fame in 2004. So I had bought the DVD and book, so I was very familiar with Billy. So I was hanging around him in the dressing room that day, and I remember I watched the pay-per-view backstage and sat beside him, and he was talking to me that whole time, and I was a nobody, and he was treating me just like I was one of the WWE wrestlers. But it was so fun to be sitting beside him, watching the pay-per-view with him. And I remember I did ask him for advice on training arms on that day, and he told me when he did tricep presses on the tricep bench presses, closed grip, he said, very, very important, put your thumbs like that on the bar and have your hands right together, because some people will leave some space on closed grip tricep press. He said do him like that, and I always took that advice. But that was the first time I met him. Of course, he never remembered that by the time I met him and started becoming a friend in 2011. But I just remember how nice he was in 2006, just as an extra.